What's shaking, everybody? It's your boy King of the Gold State coming at you with a comic book haul. You figure I'd do one right now because I figure around the same time in token I might as well remind you guys that my 900 subscriber giveaway is ending on Wednesday the 15th. And in case you guys are wondering what I'm giving away, I will be showing you exactly what it is exactly. So for 900 subscribers, I was going to do one winner, just one sole winner, but I felt bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 winners. Nothing too spectacular, but if you guys see my previous videos, you know what the grand prize it is. So for the third place prize, the third place winner would get Wildcats #1. I know it's not a lot, but it's something. So I figure I'd just throw it out there. It's a really nice condition. Maybe at some point during the year, maybe Jim Lee would sign it for you guys, down the line. Another thing, second place prize for this whole thing would be this really nice little beauty, the Art of Homage Studios. For anybody who's not real familiar with the Jim Lee's Homage Studios, it was not just Jim Lee, it was Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, and also Will Spatasio and Scott Williams. So they not only had just those guys doing the work on this I guess special, but also had small little tiny little preview stories for product characters that never really came out. But also, let's not forget Brett Booth was in here. Also, J. Scott Campbell's early work. There's some really good stuff in here. So this is definitely worth a second place prize for a 900 subscriber giveaway. So if you guys aren't real familiar with that, like I said, this is definitely a book that goes under the radar. It's a really cool looking book. You get to see some sketches and also some some creator owned stuff that's not just Jim Lee or Mark Silvestri or Scott Williams. So like I said, Brett Booth is one of those people. Joe Chiodo, J. Scott Campbell with the creation, which I'm kind of surprised you haven't seen the light of day ever since this book, which is kind of surprising. First place prize is Wildcats #1, this gold variant, and that one is not going to come up very well in the camera, but the signature will. And before, like I said, this used to be a high price, high value book back when it came out. I mean, I'd say it's still a high value book, especially when it's signed by Jim Lee. Like a bunch of these were in circulation, and a lot of these were signed by Jim Lee and just thrown out into Comic-Con crowds during the time when Wildcats got started with the Image stuff. They had gold covered Wildcats, gold cover Youngblood Zero, a gold cover Supreme, and it was just mayhem when these things got thrown into the crowd. So this is quite the prize, guys. So if you guys haven't, jump to the video I'll put down in the description down below, in the description box down below. So go ahead to that video, click in there and follow the instructions, and also give that video a like while you're at it. That's one of the rules anyway. So yeah, as far as comic books, I did get a lot of comic books, but before I go further with that, a revelation just happened. I broke the 1,000 subscriber barrier. I actually have over 1,000 subscribers to this channel, and for that I thank every one of you. Thank you, each and every one of you. From the beginning, I've been on YouTube for, God, I want to say 2016, so 4 years I've been doing this, and kind of like a slow snail, slow and steady, wins the race, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, like something a family member once told me that, great things take time. Not to say I'm great, but it feel like great things take time. And I'm really thankful, really grateful, for those who were along the way, Lords of the Long Box, New York Warriors, 3 Men in the Basement, Shadow RCG, Keep It Thorough, Wink Inc., many more. I mean, I know I'm forgetting people. I know it feels like I sound like I'm winning an Oscar or something like that. But like I said, I mean, I got to 1,000 subs, and I'm really appreciative of each and every one of you. Thank you very much. But let's run it back. Let's do another 1,000. Why the hell not? So I will think of another contest, hopefully before the end of the month. And meanwhile, just enjoy the videos as I post them. So, like this one, for example. I'm 5 minutes in, guys. I'm rambling. I'm not crying. You're crying. So, yeah. let's show you what I got from from a bunch of different places actually. Starting with yard sale. I went to a yard sale. I totally forgot I had these stuck around, just around my apartment, and I never got around to showing these to you guys. But believe it or not, I got this. This guy at the yard sale was trying to get rid of his stuff because, I guess you could say, I guess his wife just didn't want them around anymore. So I found a bunch of books there at the yard sale from a couple months ago. Up north, Superior, the whole entire run here. It's a mini series by Mark Millar. I think it's a 7-issue miniseries. Yeah, I need to rebag and board these, but I have no idea what this thing's about. But it's actually not a bad spec book or a spec run, to be honest with you, to pick up. Lionel Francis Yu, Mark Millar. I think I'm gonna have to see if I can read this. This looks like something might be worth my time. So yeah, I got those for like $2 each. This was kind of surprising, but Mark Millar was just about everywhere. Millar's track record, a lot of stuff has been put from comic books, has been made it to screen. So Batman Incorporated, number 8. I think it's the death of Damian Wayne. Batman 700. That is just a centennial issue. I like that centennial issue type of stuff, so it was pretty cool. So I had to get that. And it was like these books were like $2-3, especially. Oh, hey, cool. This one's got a color room. Especially these two. I just realized one of them's got a nice little light color rub. Nope, that's tape. So I was able to pick those up from a yard sale. But I think this one's got a light color rub. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the bag. No, it's a color rub. But hey, $3. Can't go wrong with that. Those first Silk. I have the variant, which I got about a little over a year ago. I got that slabbed in the 9.8. So it was pretty cool to see these sitting in there. And he was just looking to get rid of books from his comic collection because I'm going to say it. His wife wanted him to get rid of comic books, so I guess she got tired of it. So, his loss, my gain. Yeah. Also went to with the shops starting to open lightly, I decided to make a quick run to Half Price Savages, also known as Half Price Books. Found 2 books there. New Captain Marvel 17. That's the first appearance of Phyla Vel, if I recall. That book still goes for a decent price. I don't know why, but I think they're expecting this character to show up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe pretty soon. And another book, which I was kind of looking for in the beginning and didn't care, but now it's funny how it just falls around in my lap. But it's Josh Middleton variant of Aquaman number 15. It's funny. A certain somebody was hyping this up week in, week out on on one of their speculator sites, and funny looking it up on another app like Key Collector. Oh, let's just say Key Collector. Didn't see it listed. Hype much? Probably. I don't know. But it was for half price, so I figured, what the hell, I'll get it. Yeah, and the reason why I call them Half Price Savages, is because of the fact that every time I go into their comic section, they always have all these comics, no bags and boards, and I'm like, what the hell? You guys are just leaving these out. I mean, like out here in the Bay Area, we have I think 4 half-price books, and one of them is probably semi-decent. The others are just it's bad. I went to the one in Dublin, California, and they got gaping holes now where comics are just laying flat and bent all to hell. So it's just a tragic mess. But yeah, that's pretty much where what I did from going to Half Price Savages. I'm just calling them that. I don't care. Also went to a comic shop. They had a half price sale not too long ago, and picked up a bunch of stuff from their variants section, because for half price you can't go wrong. So this one I had to get rebagged. I had a crappy bag. It was a variant cover of a Hulk number 15. Also got this regular cover of Hawkeye number 2. This used to be hot at some point, and it just cooled down. It's another one of those FOMO type of books, This is dope. I like this one. I think it's a copial cover of Mighty Thor #1. That's dope. I like that one. It's pretty cool. Got it for half off that cover price. So it was like $12. Same thing for this one. A Mike Deodato variant, a Mighty Thor #15. That was pretty cool. I like that one. It's pretty badass. Also, I'm not sure. You know what? If anybody knows, Ray Jr. from Comic Book Fanatics will tell me right now instantly who did this cover of Thor #1, the variant. Oh, God. I can't even remember. But that's a really cool cover. I like that one. You know, so, yeah, I got those all for half off, man. I didn't want to pay $25. I didn't want to pay the premium on that. I was like, you know what? Let me pay half of the price and I'm fine. You know, I didn't get it for cover like some people who like to say they get it for cover or dollar or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know those people. But anyway, I went to that. I went to another comic shop last Friday over the week, you know, right before the weekend hit. Decided to go digging through some of their long boxes. Shout out to Lords of the Long Box. And found 4 books. A couple other books they turned me away on because they didn't want to go lower in the price. But Batman Incorporated #2, that's a variant cover right there for Batman Incorporated #2. So got that one for $5. Also was able to find that. I remember people were all crazy about this one for a little bit. This is Harley Quinn #57. Found that for $5 sitting in there. And I'm a big, like I said, big Adam Hughes fan. So saw like some Valor stuff. This is one I didn't have, and it's one of the rare Valor. It's one of the rare Adam Hughes covers that somebody's inked. And actually, I'm not sure who the inker is. It looks like this is JR. It could be Joe Rubenstein. It might be, but yeah, I just like the cover, man. It's really dope. For $2, why not? Also, I wanted that. I really wanted this, and I thought this book was like a high-priced book. And getting it for $5 is a surprise. It's Voltron #1, first appearance of Voltron. So you know, I hope I'm right. This is the first appearance of Voltron, if I recall. But yeah, had to pick that up. You know, because I see it sometimes, and it's different. It's just all these random different prices, and I'm kind of like not certain as far as like what the actual going rate is for Voltron #1. So you know, saw it there. I figured I'd take a chance on it. I'll look it up later probably, but yeah. Pretty cool. Also, let me see. I also hit a. Actually, no. I got a AOK from a friend of mine, you know, who left this in my my pull box just to take home with me, and I thought, why not? I'm slowly getting into the Archie stuff. Like it's a slow burn. So he gifted me Veronica #23, which I thought was really dope, man. And it's a whole, you know, St. Patrick Day theme to it, you know. And I was born on March 17th, so it's kind of cool to see that. I really like that. Like I don't want to collect all the Archie stuff. I just want to make sure I get just the ones that I like. Because if I start getting a bunch of Archie stuff, I'll be overwhelmed in Archie stuff, along with the Marvel and the DC and the Image books I have hanging around, and Valiant, what have you. So I like to pick my spots with that. Shout out to Chad RCG. He gifted this to me in the mail. This is pretty cool. Spawn #9. That's the first appearance of Angela. You know, I always like this cover. This is one of my favorite. This honestly is one of my favorite Spawn covers. Even though it doesn't have like the Spawn characters, just like just a bunch of Spawn knickknacks and parts and stuff around. But yeah, he gifted this to me last week in the mail, and you know, I'm thankful for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure how many copies of this I got. I got a couple of them, but it's always good to have more, you know. Shout out to this is a list of shout outs right now. Shout out to Brandon, aka Archangel, who I got a pretty good deal from on one of these auctions, one of the million auctions we have on YouTube. Flashpoint #1. That's the San Diego Comic-Con variant. God, I want to say I don't have this book already, but if I have another, no big deal. But it's pretty cool. I just wanted to get this, you know, because, you know, I got that whole FOMO thing going on. Here's one I have I guess I could say I have a big FOMO on, but I needed this book because I'm a big Adam Hughes fan. Actually, I needed both of these books, but one of them in particular. shout out to Keep It Thorough for having a copy of this. There's times I've seen this offered on auctions, and I never get around to getting it at a right price. But Miracle Man number 12, I needed this. Only problem is I just need only thing I need right now is Adam Hughes to be available for signing, because I'd like to put this one aside until he's ready for signing, because I feel like this book will come like a 9.8, and and that's the thing I want to do with a lot of my Adam Hughes books is, just put those books I want to have signed aside. But the problem is, due to COVID, my Adam Hughes books are just backlogged. This is one of those books. It's just like, I'm probably going to be broke by the time they say, when they say, Adam Hughes is going to be signing for CGC and what have you. And I'm like, great. Now I got to pull out a stack of books for him to sign, because, man, yeah, like I said, he keeps putting out stuff. That's great. I would like it if he could do a signing, and, like I said, when that happens, it'll be a stack of books going in his direction. Almost like this one. Uncanny Avengers number 13. This is another Adam Hughes cover I really adore. It's really cool. I got this from Shortbox Hero on Instagram. Shout out to Shortbox Hero. This is one where I was like, before there was people trying to sell me or making offers on eBay as far as like this particular cover signed by Adam Hughes for like a gob of money, and I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. And lo and behold, those people still haven't sold those books. I still look it up every once in a while. I got on my watch list, and I'm like, how about this price? And they still said no. And I guess they were comfortable holding on to that book for that price. So it's like, no big deal. So thanks to Shortbox Hero, he actually had this book available for a really decent price. And now, like I said, all I have to do is wait for Adam Hughes to be available for signing. And this will be one of those books that'll go in that direction. So speaking of eBay, one of the books I picked up, and I'm really glad to get this one, but I kind of screwed up missing on a cheaper sale on Instagram. But I said, I'll look on eBay, because I like the artist's work on the covers he does for this, especially in the previous series. But this is a variant of Thor number 5. And it's not just a variant, but it's also first full appearance of the Black Winter. And I totally, I was totally happy to get that for a decent price. Not as decent as the first price I saw on Instagram. I kind of balked on it. Edit. Hey, it's funny. Real quick, I'm almost done here, guys. But it was funny while I'm recording video. I didn't realize I had my YouTube page open. But I was just going to listen to Show of the NY Warriors, and the first thing I hear in the middle of this whole video is Biggs blasting in with his alarm. That was hilarious. But yeah, pardon the skip there, guys. Nothing too far, but got this on eBay for a really good price, and I thought it was just happy to get it. I feel like this book continues to climb, especially with the fact that it's an Isaac Rubik cover, and I'm a big Isaac Rubik fan when he does Thor stuff. So, and there's some really good artwork from him. Also, for my LCS, I was able to pick this up. That's Thor number 5, and that's the Marvel Zombies variant. So I was able to get the regular cover of Thor number 5. I have yet to read this. I gotta sit back and read it. It's already going for big money already, man, believe it or not. But yeah, that also went to my other local comic shop, which is kind of like, I would say, an actual local comic shop in a way, because it's down the street from where I live. So I call and meet up for, just call and meet up and see if the little kid stop by and say what's up. So when I went there, I went to go pick up a couple books, see what was hanging around. Because like I said, some shops, if there's something that's really cool about going to some shops that haven't opened since the pandemic, is that there are books that went hot during that pandemic that are probably still sitting in those shops. For example, I was able to get that. The Ball and Chain miniseries pack. This is supposed to be like a $40 book. It's like 4 issues in this thing, and I got it for $8. that's a cool thing about going to comic shops is sometimes rule of thumb, a really cool rule of thumb. When you go to a comic shop, see if you can find those package miniseries like packages, you know, like stuff that comic shops get tired of, like, you know, like hoarding up on, because, you know, they want to get rid of them, because, you know, instead of going through like long boxes all the time and looking for what you're trying to look for, like if you're looking for a Ball and Chain #1, see if you can find a Ball and Chain miniseries that was packed together that they're trying to get rid of. For example, this one they packed together like a long time ago and still had it on sale for $8, and this has been sitting in there forever. But nowadays, you know, now all of a sudden, like the Ball and Chain, you know, like characters is just becoming it's become a thing now. So, you know, now instead of this being like a $1 book, now it's like a $40 book, you know. So I don't know, it's pretty cool to find that. Also cool going to the variants area and finding this as well. Spider-Gwen #1, that's the hip hop variant. You know, and if you guys know what this cover swipe is, if you're aware, this is the you know, one of Slick Rick cover swipes. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, like in order for me to go into some shops, I had to make an appointment. You know, just call them and see if it's all right to come in, and I'll tell them I'll be fine social distancing and fine, you know, doing all like wearing a mask and also, you know, sanitizing my hands and what have you. And, you know, sometimes they say okay and sometimes they say no. But yeah, you know, the victor goes the spoils. This is a good one. It's got, I think, a little corner ding on the top, but yeah, it's not too bad. So it's pretty cool picking those up, you know, from the shop down the street. You know, I guess you can say it's a honey hole. Shout out to Big To Do. You know, from Comics, Tunes and Toys, Comics TNT. That's also TiVo, Lords of the Long Boxes, LCS. Did a couple I bought a couple things really. So like one of the things I bought, it was, you know, that the owner Mike told me about, that was on my want list, was this book, and it was pretty cool to see that he had one available, because I couldn't get one before. Backed it up a little bit. And that's Cherry Pop Tart #1. This, believe it or not, this is like goes back to my, I'm not gonna say childhood, I'm gonna say adolescence, because childhood sounds weird. Because, you know, when you're a kid in a comic shop and you go through all these comics, and, you know, you go through like, say, a Playboy magazines, and you go through like what have you, like stuff like that. Cherry Pop Tart was one of the things I went through. You know, kind of flipping through them, you know, as a kid, you know, seeing all the crazy stuff. So I just always just wanted one, and I'm fortunate enough, thanks to Mike from Comics, Tunes and Toys, Big To Do, got it, yeah, the 80 white pages. I'm sure they're not stuck together. But yeah, it was pretty cool that he had those available. He had one available, and I don't know, I might crack it out and press it. It doesn't look like it's a 8.0. It looks like a higher grade to me than the 8.0. But yeah, this is definitely was on my want list, and now it's finally off, so I'm pretty stoked about it. I also threw some other stuff in there with that, like a Virgin variant of I'm not sure, I think Spider-Man, but it's an Adam Hughes variant that I don't have. And also I'm also a fan of this artist as well, Brian Bolland. He threw in a really cool cover of Brit Sit Babes. Brian Bolland cover. I mean, like, Brian Bolland is a badass artist, man. If I recall, I think I did do an artist spotlight on him. So if I did, I'll put it down. I think I did. Yeah, if I did, I'll look for it. I'll put the link down in below. You guys are free to check that out as well. It's a pretty cool spotlight, if I recall. It was a couple years ago I did that. You know, I was doing artist spotlights. I might do that again. And of course, during his live sales he had going on, his claim sales he had going on for the last couple weeks, one of the books I wanted that he advertised on there, because I'm thinking, man, I hope nobody buys this. I hope somebody balks on the fact that, you know, they don't want to buy it for the price. And I was like, I gotta get this, especially before Comic Book of Steve does, because he's a big Black Widow fan. Shout out to Comic Book of Steve. But I had to get this. Black Widow #6. That's a variant. Yeah, it's a dope ass variant. I had to get this thing, man. Yeah, because sometimes, like, Comic Book Steve and I are both Bay Area guys, but we both pretty much like the same thing, you know. So, you know, sometimes, you know, we have to go back and forth, and I have to, you know, look over my shoulder to make sure he's not around to get it. So, you know, I was fortunate enough to pick this up for a really good price, and yeah, slab 9.2. I'm assuming it's pressed, so I'm probably not gonna crack it unless I'm tempted by, like I say, like a J. Scott Campbell signing coming around. Well, who knows? But that's it, guys. I got nothing else. Like I said, you know, this is the video for right now. Of course, you know, thumbs this video up, thumbs it way up. Also comment down below, tell me what you think. And also subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It'd be great. I would love it. It would help the channel out so I can keep cranking out more videos. And, you know, especially when I'm at 1,000 already, over 1,000. Don't forget, contest ends on the 15th, which is this Wednesday. And also, by the way, I will be on the NY Warriors auction on Tuesday. So feel free to drop in, see what I got to sell. I'll try to have something for everybody if I can. Depends on how long the auction goes for. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll talk later. Peace.